Battleground BMC, our big focus. It's counting day in Mumbai, and my colleague Ankit Tyagi is joining us live on the broadcast from Mumbai. And it looks like a very beautiful sunny day in Mumbai. You're standing by the beautiful, I think you're at the Nariman Point right now, Ankit, and it's cold here in Delhi. But how it's likely to pan out through the day is what these results are going to tell.
Well, I've left the chills for you there, Gauri. Very good morning, and we are in the lovely, pleasant weather here in Mumbai. The heat of the campaign of the BMC is over, and after the voting which took place yesterday, the focus is on the results today. It is a very, very important election. A lot of people around the country would be wondering why a municipality, that too in Mumbai, so much focus, media all across, and we have been giving ball-by-ball commentary because remember, it's just not the capital city and the body which is going to govern it. Mumbai also has a lot of political connotations. This is, of course, the richest civic body in India, the richest in Asia. The budget of the BMC will put many states, to shy as far as their budget is concerned. But more than that, the kind of political messaging that has come out, it is a do-or-die battle for the Thackeray brothers coming together in this battle for survival. And it largely became a presidential kind of a contest. On one hand, it was the Thackeray brothers versus the Devabhav chief minister. So it is consolidating their positions, Gauri, and the results is going to have a far-reaching impact. And may I dare to say it will have impact on the political future and the fortunes of some leaders going forward nationally as well.
Absolutely, Ankit, and we're going to walk our viewers through all of those permutations, combinations in this broadcast with you from Mumbai and me here in Delhi. But a quick word for the exit polls that came in, which project a sweeping win for the Mahayuti. JVC exit poll predicted 138 seats for the Mahayuti, while Axis My India are calling nearly 150 seats for the Chief Minister and Eknath Shinde combined, that is Fadnavis and Eknath Shinde combined. And in terms of vote share based on communities in Mumbai, the Mahayuti is predicted to run away with the North and South Indian voters. And the biggest narrative around the election build-up was the Marathi voter. As per the Axis My India details and numbers that came out, the Marathi voters have gone the Thackeray's way, but not the whole hog. Which means that despite the very, very, acerbic sort of a campaign towards the end, Thackeray brothers have not been able to get the entire Marathi Manus behind them. I'm going to play out some important sound bites and then we take this broadcast forward.
Milind, there are simple question. If BJP is in the driver's seat, what does that signal for your relationship with this party over the next 3 years going into 2029?
Yeah. Well, firstly, thank you for having me. Just to demonstrate my consistency, Padmaja, I've never been one to believe exit polls, even if they're in my favor. That said, I'm confident that the Mahayuti will win and will win handsomely for several reasons. I say this as a Mumbaikar who's been observing Mumbai's politics for the last 22 years, 23 years directly, and been observing it indirectly since I was born, really. The fact is that the Municipal Corporation of Mumbai is the country's richest civic body. It's one of Asia's richest civic bodies. Sadly, it's one of the most unaccountable civic bodies in the country. And it's been misused, it's been abused for the last 25, 30 years, really by one or two families. And therefore, I'm confident that the people of Mumbai want a change. They want a positive change. The people certainly tried to deflect attention to non-serious issues, to emotional issues. But we really tried to keep our campaign focused on development. There's been a lot of good work that's happened in Mumbai in the last few years, whether it's the central government, the state government. The Mahayuti has delivered on several projects, infrastructure projects, housing projects, projects that benefit the common person. And people understand that the municipality is a critical element.
जनता कभी भी वर्क फ्रॉम होम नहीं पसंद करती है, वर्क ऑन ग्राउंड यही स्वीकार करते हैं। और हमारे नेता आदरणीय एकनाथ जी शिंदे और देवेंद्र फडणवीस जी, महायुति ने इतना मेहनत किया, सिर्फ प्रगति के राजनीति हमने लोगों तक पहुंचाया और लोगों ने स्वीकार किया। विपक्ष सिर्फ बहाना ढूंढते रहती है, कभी इलेक्शन कमीशन, कभी ईवीएम, कभी नोट्स का इस्तेमाल और कभी इंक के ऊपर।
देखिए, ये एग्जिट पोल है, एग्जैक्ट पोल नहीं है। ये कुछ भी दिखा रहे दिल्ली में बैठ के स्टूडियो के अंदर के ये हो गया होगा, ऐसे पहली मर्तबा नहीं हुआ, बहुत मर्तबा ऐसा हो चुका है कि पोल में आपने दिखाया कुछ और था, फिर खोदा पहाड़ निकला चूहा। फिर इस वक्त इधर से ये बोलना वो बोलना मैं समझता हूँ सही नहीं है। और हमको तो यकीन है कि हमको लोगों ने वोटों से दुआओं से नवाजा और इंशाअल्लाह ताला महाराष्ट्र में जहां जहां भी मजलिस इत्तेहादुल मुस्लिमीन के हमारे उम्मीदवार इस कॉर्पोरेशन इलेक्शन में लड़े हैं, वो अच्छी से कामयाबी मिलेगी हमको। भारी से भारी संख्या में हमारे जीत के कॉर्पोरेटर्स जो है इस वक्त जाएंगे कॉर्पोरेशन के अंदर।
देखिए, एग्जिट पोल इससे पहले भी असत्य साबित हुए हैं। अब की बार 400 पार किसने कहा था? ये एग्जिट पोल वालों ने कहा था। सब एक तरफा बीजेपी को बढ़त दिखा रहे थे। बीजेपी का रथ 240 पर रुक गया। बाद में कैसे कैसे सरकार बनानी पड़ी सबको पता है। मुंबई महानगर पालिका का चुनाव, ये 30 वर्षों के विकास के लिए हम बात करके चुनाव में आए हैं। दोनों ठाकरे बंधु साथ में मराठी मानुस, मराठी अस्मिता को लेकर साथ में आए हैं। मुंबई में जो मुद्दे थे, मुंबई में शिक्षा, स्वास्थ्य, यातायात, ये जो उद्यान, पर्यावरण, ये मुद्दे हमारे मुद्दे थे। आदित्य ठाकरे जी ने जिस प्रकार पिछले 7-8 वर्षों में बीएमसी में काम करके दिखाया है, वो सबने देखा है।
So Mumbai ka king कौन? That numbers we are going to get in about 1 hour 48 minutes. The timer you can see, viewers, at the bottom of your screen. And ahead of that, let me now walk you through how the polls stack up. What do the exit polls say? Now, if you take a look at the Axis My India survey, it projects BJP plus at 131 to 151. A halfway mark is 114. So you're looking at a complete sweep as far as Axis My India is concerned. What they are projecting for the Congress is about 12 to 16. Importantly, for the Thackeray brothers, they came together after 20 years, but they are projecting at 58 to 68. It's a similar story for the JVC as well. If you see, they've also predicted Axis My India, JVC and Janmat. All three of them are pretty much on the same lines, giving almost the same set of numbers, projecting 138 for the BJP plus 59 for the Thackeray brothers. For the Congress, it's 23, and it's pretty much 20, 23, 20 across for the remaining polls as well. Importantly, Sakal gives about 119 to the BJP plus. The halfway mark is 114. The House is 227. It's 114, the halfway mark, and it's just above that, a comfortable majority, but much lesser than the clean sweep that Axis My India, JVC and Janmat have given. Importantly, it is Sakal which gives the Thackeray brothers about 75 seats, still nowhere close to making the government, but this is what it is looking like. The most seats that have been given is by Sakal. As far as the Congress is concerned, it's important to point that out before we get in our team of reporters. Along with Ankit, we have Sujata, Anuj and Saurabh as well. But there's one thing I want to talk about the Congress, which is that they've been able to completely consolidate the minority votes, the Muslim vote. It is about 18 to 20%. And these numbers indicate that their strategy, which was that they will go only with Prakash Ambedkar's party and have a complete hold on the Muslim votes. These are the numbers that show that. We're going to talk about the minority votes in just a bit, but let's get in our team of reporters as well. We have Anuj, in fact, standing outside BMC, the building. Who is really going to be the mayor? Kissa Kursi ka is what we've been talking about. Saurabh is standing by as well. From Matoshri and Sujata as well. Let's give the woman on the panel the chance to come in first. Sujata, I want to start with you first. Where exactly are you standing? Just about 90 minutes to go for the counting.
Well, yes, the counting starts at 10, and I am currently outside the Malad counting center. And this is at this is an important, constituency. This is an important location for the Samajwadi Party, the Congress, and the BJP. It is really interesting to watch whether it will be the BJP's organizational might or the Congress's traditional grassroots hold. Because we know that the area consists of the coastal and the suburban mix, whereas the coastal includes that population of the Koliwala, the fishing community, which have been in favor of the Sindhe since in the last election is what we saw. But this time, at this particular voting counting center where I'm present, the counting is going to be for a total of 6 wards, starting from 32 to 35 and 46 to 49. Now, these 6 wards are of prime importance when you look at the overall, microcosm of the Maharashtra politics. And at the same time, it is also the Congress to prove, because it includes areas like the Malwani, the Marvi, the Mud region, and also this is going to be an important vaccine war for the BJP as well, because of the Dhanukarwadi region, where we see that the BJP has got a strong group of supporters in that region. So this is an important day, especially here in the Western
Ankit as well,
where I'm currently present, and the voting is likely to begin shortly also. Yeah.
Sujata, it's very interesting also. Let me also bring in Saurabh Gupta, who's standing at Matoshri at this moment. Seat of power, more than the BMC headquarters, used to be Matoshri for almost 2.5 decades here, Saurabh. Today, of course, the BJP and its allies can shrug their shoulders, rub it off and say that, look, it was the Thackerays those who were ruling the BMC. But the fact is that in all their rule, the BJP also played a part. They were the junior partners who played along with the Thackerays. So they also have some role to play as far as whatever the BMC did or did not. But interesting today, the way the counting is going to take place at 10 o'clock, 46 votes going in one go. Saurabh, let me ask you this, because you are at Matoshri. Out of the roughly 41 Marathi-dominated wards of Mumbai, the councillors of Mumbai, which will come from the Marathi-dominated area, the Thackerays put their entire might there. Their hope was that what the undivided Shiv Sena was able to get in the last election, about 80-84, they would be able to get similar numbers, if nothing less than that. None of the exit poll puts them there. What's the mood? How are they in fact prepping for the day?
Well, having covered, elections in Maharashtra, the Thackerays, normally on a voting result day, do not surface very early in the morning. They keep to themselves, private, very private. And that's something that is going to perhaps pan out today. Now, you were mentioning the BMC. In fact, many will even today tell you that the BJP, of course, had an ambition to grow in the state, and every political party does. But had the BJP actually sort of stuck to its stand of, being okay with being the junior partner in the BMC and to some extent in the state, but having, a larger say in national affairs, perhaps you would have still seen the old arrangement continue, which is the Thackerays or the Shiv Sena controlling the BMC, and then you have the BJP perhaps, in a larger role in the state. So that's not happened. Today we are in a situation that's completely politically different from what it was earlier. And like you said, yes, the focus was Mumbai, the focus was Marathi Manus. Now, will this pay off? And if it doesn't, what happens? That's the big question. And the answer to that is simple. If Raj Thackeray and Uddhav Thackeray together can displace the Eknath Shinde effect, because remember, Eknath Shinde has also walked away with a large number of the existing councillors from the previous election, and is trying to establish his role, his impact in Mumbai as well. So it's the Thackerays on one side, it's the Shinde on one side, and then you have the BJP, which is also vying for supremacy.
And how this is going to pan out is what the numbers are going to say, essentially. And with Ankit at Marine Drive, who's really going to drive into the power seat is the big question. And let's put that out to Anuj as well. Anuj is standing by at the beautiful BMC building. Uska mayor agla kaun hoga is what this entire chunav is all about. But also, Anuj, as Saurabh was pointing out, the dynamics have changed since the last election. BJP is no more the junior partner here. We'll come to what this means for the larger political ambitions of the BJP, of Devendra Fadnavis through the course of this broadcast. But now the power equations have completely changed in terms of BMC. And of course, Thackeray's lose not just their political muscle, but their financial muscle as well. If these numbers hold,
Well,
Well, yes, completely. You see, although the Bharatiya Janata Party was a junior partner with the Shiv Sena for 25 years, what is important to understand that it was no secret that the BJP wanted to get full control of the BMC. That is why the Shiv Sena was always on guard when it came to the BJP. But what is more interesting in these, exit poll numbers is that we are looking at the pre-poll alliance and are trying to see whether these pre-poll alliance would sustain and would form the government or not. We also need to pay attention to the fact that the Thackerays UBT and the Congress are still a part of the Mahavikas Aghadi. They are still the part of the larger India alliance. And yes, the Congress pulled out of the alliance with the Thackerays for ideological reasons because they could not go with the MNS considering their stand against Muslims in the past, their stand against or towards the North Indians in the current scenario. But the possibility of a post-poll alliance between the Thackeray brothers and the Congress can never be ruled out. And numerically, this is very important because yes, BJP and Shiv Sena, that is the erstwhile United Shiv Sena and the two factions of Sena today, are the primary contenders for the mayorship here in Mumbai. But that has only been the case in the last 10 or 15 years. Because if you look at the history of BMC before 2012, the primary contender for the Shiv Sena back then, for the Bal Thackeray-led Shiv Sena back then, was the Congress party. In fact, the Bharatiya Janata Party was the third party back then. Even in their lowest, the Congress has managed to get at least 31 seats. That was in the 2017 elections. This year around, as my friends were suggesting earlier, the Congress has downplayed their campaign. For some reason, they haven't really gotten their star campaigners on ground. They haven't really held any rallies. But yet, we have to understand that Congress has a very strong hold in places where especially Sujata is present right now, Malad, Malwan area, where 25 to 30 seats are almost a given for the Congress. And now if these seats add up to the tally of the Thackeраys, that can be a game changer. What is important to understand is that last time around, the Shiv Sena got 84 seats. And since then, the Shiv Sena has gotten divided. As Saurabh said, Eknath Shinde walked out with a lot of councillors. But in the 2024 Lok Sabha election and 2024 Vidhan Sabha elections, we have seen that the Uddhav Thackeray faction of Sena has shown bigger and stronger muscle, especially in the Mumbai and the MMR region. So Eknath Shinde's Shiv Sena factor and Bal Thackeray legacy claim has worked in Maharashtra as a whole, but has not really worked that well in the Mumbai and the MMR
and then later in the assembly elections that also rode on the help that the Shiv Sena Uddhav Thackeray was able to get with the Congress party coming in, the Marathi and the Muslim vote, the Mamu vote, combination that they had, that also propelled them, that also helped them, because despite the poor showing in the assembly elections, this was the Mumbai region that was the saving grace as far as Mr. Uddhav Thackeray is concerned. And today all that will be tested. But dare I say that, even if in terms of the vote percentage, Gauri, and that we have been seeing, we'll just go through the big takeaways as well. If they are able to get about, anywhere above 30% vote, there is still that chance, that hope, live to fight another day. If that comes down lower, because remember the United Shiv Sena in the last BMC election in 2017 was able to get somewhere around roughly 28-29% vote. Yes. So if they are able to hold on to that vote, there is still a chance, a hope that they would have as far as the elections are concerned. But very quickly, just a big roundup of what happened, what the exit poll showed. And let me say this with the, take these exit poll numbers with a pinch of salt. NDTV has not done any exit poll. We have only shown polls which have been done by some pollster. The exact polls are going to begin from 10 o'clock this morning. The exit polls show a massive edge to the Bharatiya Janata Party. And it also, in fact, gives an edge to the entire combined. Devendra Fadnavis, Eknath Shinde, massive boost for them. Meanwhile, Devendra Fadnavis's leadership is consolidated. He becomes, the Deva Bhau becomes the undisputed leader of Maharashtra, including Mumbai. He, in fact, then the BJP gets the triple engine rolling out as far as the BMC is concerned. It will be difficult times for Uddhav and Raj Thackeray. The weightage, the heft that the name Thackeray had will be significantly reduced. Then, of course, in all the Marathi Manus versus Hindutva, it seems that the younger BJP, the younger Mumbaikar, I beg your pardon, has decided that they are going to go with the way the development or the government which can propel that regional divide. Mahila youth factor has worked for the Bharatiya Janata Party. Eknath Shinde, Ladki Behan, despite the the installments not being given, still seems to be resonating on the ground if these numbers hold true.